Halo.
Hi, my name is Jack Fletcher. Some of you may know me as Fletch, or the guy with the odd accent if you're from different parts of the world. 2019 has been a year that has mattered, but with such a huge year ahead, I figured I'd look back at my year through the most difficult lows and the most tremendous of highs. Halo has been a passion of mine since the very first day I picked up the controller and stepped foot into an unknown ring world since I was the age of about 5 or 6. The mystery, the wonder, and the adrenaline-inducing science fiction story took my breath away, and the achievements I've conquered today were but dreams and mere fantasy as a child. In 2015, I met one of my best friends, Dean Abdu, at the Halo 5 launch event in London, where we both bonded over a passion like no other. I met the band Mallory Knox, which I saw live but 2 years prior. I met my first 343 employee, Frank O'Connor, which was kind enough to let me interview him for YouTube. For me, these things were but fantasies should I place myself back in my head at home, in my bedroom, making videos. But slowly, I started to see that I can make my dreams a reality. The next year, I got my first ever media badge to a convention. I met Pixel Flare, Uber Nick, Dean, Jasper, Ice Spiteful, Kenny, who flew all the way from Seattle, and many more. This created a bond that still runs strong to this day, and we had one of the most memorable and long weekends of our lives. Who would have known that Halo could bring people together like this? At the end of Kenny's vlog, he stated the following. To me, that could only be a dream. Then with that said, early 2017, me and Nick were booking flights to Seattle and arranging to crash on Kenny's sofa for a whole 2 weeks. Landing on the Washington soil felt like a different world, and the weeks ahead would satisfy all dreams and produce new ones. The first night we visited a special barbecue hosted every year by Rukari Austin, full of Xbox and Halo community folk. I met people I've known for years such as Halo Cannon, Hidden Xperia, Minolta, Claude Herrera, you name it, they were there. I couldn't believe I'd made it all the way out there, and I was hanging with, to me, some of the coolest people I'd ever known. The next day, we visited 343 Industries. I was hungover, I stunk of maple syrup from this crap at McDonald's which I didn't even know contained maple syrup, and we headed through the doors to experience one of the greatest memories of my life. If you told me as a teenager that I'd step foot into the development studio that created my favourite games, I would have genuinely lost my mind. Unfortunately, still to this day, I can't talk about everything we saw, but I'm eager for the day to come where I can share these amazing things that I experienced. Halo Infinite cannot come quick enough. The coming weeks were just full of some great memories. We'd flown all this way to meet Halo friends, we had our fun, and then it was our time for me and Nick to head home. In true YouTube fashion, I documented the fun on my phone whilst I'd edited the video as soon as I had time. Each clip, each memory made me feel grateful for the community and how welcoming they were. Then, as tradition, I finished with the following quote. The next year would be a crazy one. The channel as always would have ups and downs, mix up who took the helm of the channel, and eventually we'd get our main channel back after starting from scratch again. Ultimate Halo would have a steady year, the trip would come again, and we'd have the best trip yet. The studio was starting to get busy, we were shown behind the scenes for the Halo Infinite reveal trailer, as well as many other elements that, once again, sadly, I cannot discuss. The only thing that I'll say is that it filled me with hope for Halo. You can tell 343 had been listening, and we're not messing around. This game is going to do some damn amazing things, which I know that fans will love. Me and the lads would do our normal bits, have a great time once again, then head home to resume our channels, work and normal lives. 2019 arrives and Halo is about to get very interesting. I started off my Halo antics in May by visiting Uber Nick, went to his house in Belfast, Northern Ireland. As I'm sure a lot of you can imagine, a lot of alcohol was involved. We actually went to see the shopping centre and some of the other areas that they shopped in Halo Nightfall, which I actually knew nothing about, that it was in the UK for starts. I caught my flight home, took off, fell asleep and woke up on the landing. At this stage in the year, Ultimate Halo had some strong video views, and I would say I've made some of my best content to date, making some high quality, well edited topical and speculative videos. I was surprised that I was pulling in views at this time because Halo had nothing happening. It showed that fans were out there with a real appetite, even in this dormant stage. I kept pushing, and by the time you know it, the yearly pilgrimage to PAX West in Seattle was upon us once more. The bags were packed, the plane was landed, we barbecued once more, and then the next day we went to 343 for the third time. The fact that I'm saying this is my third visit is genuinely a crazy concept to me. Still to this day, I'm so grateful for the friends around the world that I have, and honestly I don't know what I'd be doing to this day without these friends and the community. Anyway, this year's trip was a small but intimate group. We played some Reach on PC locally before it came out, and to the staff being at Outpost in Anaheim and then them coming up to a huge milestone development, it meant that staff were all hands on deck, doing what they do best, creating amazing video games. I also noticed that security was beefed up this year. You can tell they're not messing around, and this game is not going to fall into anyone's hands. Of course, it's not that easy. Every other door needs a keycard, so you can't just wander in at your own leisure. I actually think this will be harder than Watch Dogs to hack. Genuinely, this is some crazy stuff. We did our thing again, spent some time with our amazing friends in Seattle, made new ones, and the community bond grows stronger with each year. It's honestly a family. If you ever have the opportunity to come, just say hi and come hang out with us. It doesn't matter who you are, if you love Halo, everybody's happy to have you along. After a week, me and Nick made it to Utah with the Reachway to crash at his. We went to FanX, saw some cool cosplay, and I think a highlight for me was seeing a young kid wearing a Master Chief costume. Partly out of jealousy, because I would have died for one as a kid, and it was always on my Christmas list. And also because a new generation is coming to Halo, and I can't explain how much that excites me. Halo may very well live on and not be bound to those who played it in the early 2000s. We head home, and a month later, we're at Exo 19. What an event! This was a small bunch of Halo community there. We all bonded, once again drank and ate a lot, hung out with some 343 employees. Me and Nick made it on the Mixer stream when we were playing Halo Reach Behind Sketch, which I'll admit, we kind of planned it. We kind of asked him, well, when are you going live? And he says, well, do you want to be behind me and play? And we were like, cool, yeah, let's do it. And then from there, we took off and we prepared for Halo Reach on PC. I'll admit, it's been a bumpy ride for that because I'd set up issues on launch, which is typical and it hindered my content output. However, the market is also oversaturated currently, so my view drop will hopefully cease once the waters settle, but for me, my priority is still Halo Infinite because I'm itching for something new. Overall, this year and leading up to it has been a turbulent one, but it's been one of the best years of my life. I've lost people along the way, my grandfather who died, who was very supportive of my music and songwriting. I've also had some real downs personally. I've made some stupid mistakes and said things I've regretted along the way. But with that said, it's all making me a better person, and it's driving me forward to have my biggest year yet in 2020. I've arranged to reduce my hours with my employers, pushing the channel as my career after battling with pushing my way through a corporate system to no avail sadly, and 2020 is going to be the year of Halo. Infinite is around the corner. I'm ready to see the new worlds built by my friends at 343, and I'm ready for my most challenging year yet. I want to thank you all for being a part of this journey through the ups and the downs. It doesn't stop there though. Please support your creators by subscribing, liking their videos, leaving comments with your thoughts and help the community push forward. If we succeed, Halo does, and if Halo succeeds, we do. Thank you for allowing me to live my dreams, and I hope to repay the favour by making content you all enjoy. My name is Jack Fletcher, and I will see you next time on the one and the only Ultimate Halo.